Alright guys, in this first video of Ejamo University, we are going to talk about and discuss the Joy Luck Club. So many of you guys have heard that the Joy Luck Club, let me show you a piece of it. It's a book. It's basically a book about four Chinese American women who have emigrated into America from China, and they have daughters there, as well as one of them has twin daughters in China. And basically, it's basic discussion. It's like a soap opera of their life and their progression in America. So, first of all, we're gonna start with the Wu family. All right, the Wu family. That's the main character. All right, so there's four families in this book. The Wus, and then we're gonna have the Zhongs, and then, or the Wus, yes, and then after that we're going to have the Su family, and then finally we're going to have I believe the St.Claires, and notice that only the St.Claires, only they have a English name, so we're going to discuss that. So first of all, we're going to talk about the Wu family. So the Wu family, we got the mother, Su Yuan Wu, and Su Yuan Wu, she originated from Guilin, China, and which is a city. So Guilin, and so basically she's dead. She died a few months before this. The author's the time period of this book, which takes place. So she dies, and her daughter is Jing Mei Wu, and what her daughter does is she takes over her place as in society, if you will. So basically, they have what they call they have a mahjong table. They have north, east, south, west, and her mother's position is the east. And Zheng Mei Wu takes over. Later she transferred to north, but we're gonna discuss that later. But basically, that is what happens. And this is the mahjong table is just a symbol for their lives. So, we have Jing Mei Wu starting off the story. She talks about her history, with her mother, her history in America. She is a Chinese-born American. I mean, not American-born Chinese. Wow. So she knows limited Mandarin, and she basically is literally American. So she takes her mother's place, and so let's get to the point where her mother dies, and her history of mother begins in China. So in Guilin, she lives there in the 1940s, and she's about 20-ish, and she has two twin set of daughters, Xuan Yu and Chuan Yu and Chuan Mei. I'm sorry, which means spring rain and spring flower. So because they were born in spring, but when she lives there, right as she's given birth, Japanese invade, and she is forced to go to Chongqing, where her first husband is, because her husband is a officer for the Kuomintang. So yeah, first husband is officer for the Kuomintang, and basically, since he's an officer, her life is threatened, because if the Japanese hits this area right here, she's gonna die. So she leaves with her babies, and he goes all the way to Chongqing on the way, but she isn't able to, because successfully she has dysentery and she faints, and she leaves her two baby daughters, which we will go into later. But long story short, her husband dies, her family dies, and she later eventually meets her second husband, which gives birth to Jing Mei Wu, known as Canning Wu. And Canning Wu is from Chongqing. He's a reporter there, and he meets Su Yan via the hospital, because he is also injured. This guy, he is also injured due to a rubble hitting his foot. So he is missing a toe. So long story short, they moved to America. They have Jingmei, and yeah, that is basically what we're gonna intro. That's basically gonna finish for intro for Wu. So let's move on to Zhongs. Now, who are the Zhongs? So let me just list this out. So we got the mother, Lindo Zhang. Now, before we go any further, we're gonna list her daughter, which is Waverly Zhang. And also we're gonna list other semi characters like Huang Tai Tai and Tian Yu. Now, basically, we have Lindo Zhang. She's from China, as usual. So Lindo Zhang, she is basically in China. You have this thing called arranged marriage, and in an arranged marriage, you meet someone at probably the age of 2. You don't even know him, and you get married. I mean, you get married at the age of 16, but you're guaranteed a marital status, and that's done by the matchmaker in China. So basically, she has to marry this guy. Can you? The problem is, she has to deal with her, and she has to deal with this guy. This guy is like a jerk. Okay, he doesn't like her, and he always forces her to be her servant. And this woman is also a jerk, because she forces her to do chores and all this stuff. So basically, she has a miserable life. You can see she has a miserable life, but up until the age of about 20ish. Once again, at that point, she hatches up a plan to win back her life, and basically what she does is she convinces Huang Tai Tai that during the marriage. So basic marriage traditions are that you have this red candle, and with 2 flames on top. And with these 2 flames on top, each flame represents a person of the marriage. So this represents Lindo. This represents Tanji. So both flames during that night of the marriage, it cannot go out no matter what. If one goes out, it will represent a bad marriage. So Lindo Zhang, during that night of marriage, she does something very, very tricky. She goes in the flame room, which holds the front flame. The servant is out because she gets called, and then Lindo goes in the room and blows out the flame. Now, and then 15 years later, she uses this. The servant doesn't know no one knows she goes to the room except her. So the servant relights the flame to prevent any repercussions, or as she thinks. So, 15 years later, Lindo Zhang goes to Hong Tai and persuades her that, oh, you can't use me, you can't have me, because this flame blew out. So, long story short, she convinces Huang Tai to let her go to America without ruining her reputation. She goes to America and migrates, marries an American citizen, and gives birth to Waverly Zhang. Waverly Zhang is note Lindo Zhang is very manipulative to Waverly and to the Wus. They're best friends, but yet they are rivals. Suyan and Lindo. So Waverly Zhang becomes a chess player, prestigious chess player, or prodigy, and until age 14 when she quits. So, long story short, we're gonna wrap this up. They're going to have a very tight relationship with each of these. Now the shoes, we get anime. I'm running out of time here, but anime, and then we have Rose Su, and we're gonna go into that in the second part. I'm going to also discuss Ying Ying and Lena. Mother, daughter. So there we go. This is just a basic intro of Joy Luck Club. Hope you guys like it.